Poland is located in the heart of Europe, neighboring 7 countries. Going clockwise from the northeast, there's the Russian exclave of Kaliningrad, then Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, Slovakia, Czech Republic and Germany. With these countries, they share a total land border of 2,865 kilometers, the longest of which is with Czechia at 699 kilometers. Poland covers a total area of roughly 312 square kilometers, where about 8,000 of those are water areas with a total coastline of 440 kilometers. This put the country in the 71st spot in the world when looking at the country area. And to put that size in perspective, it's about twice the size of the US state of Georgia and slightly smaller than New Mexico. The terrain is mostly flat, with some mountains along the southern border against Slovakia. And this is also where we find the highest point of the nation, Ruzy, which stands at 2,499 meters. The lowest point is on the complete opposite side near Razgi El Blaski and is actually at a -2 meters. The largest lake is Lake Snidarvi, while the largest body of water when looking at the full size is the lagoon that is shared with Germany. On the Polish side, it's called Zalew Szewiecki, while it's called Stettiner Haff on the German side. The longest river is Wisla with 1,213 kilometers and is shared with both Belarus and Ukraine. About 30% of the country is covered in forests and 48% of agricultural lands, with some of the natural resources of Poland being just arable lands and also coal, sulfur, natural gas, copper and silver. The climate of the nation is temperate with cold, moderately severe winters and mild summers, whereas in most places the weather can occasionally reach high temperatures in the summer and low ones in the winter. But when looking at the average temperatures, it's still considering mild and moderate. The population is roughly 38 million people, which puts them at the 39th spot in the world, just below Canada. And most of these people live in either the northern coastal area in the city of Gdansk, the southern part and the city of Krakow, or in the cities in the central area such as Lodz and Warsaw. The last mentioned city is also the capital of the country and holds about 1.8 million people of the total population. The median age of this population is, like most European countries, kind of high, 41.9 years to be exact. And with that, they ranked at the 39th spot in the world. So clearly the majority of the population is in the age span between 15 and 64 years old. 14.53% is 14 or younger, while 20.6% is 65 years or older. The Republic of Poland is divided into 16 provinces. It sits in the UTC+1 time zone, the official language is Polish, and the national anthem is called Mazurek Dąbrowskiego. The chief of state is President Andrzej Duda, and he has been in that position since August 6, 2015, when he received 51.5% of the votes. He then got re-elected in 2020 with 51% of the votes. And the head of government is Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki. The flag of Poland consists of 2 stripes of red and white, and their national symbol is a white-crowned eagle. The white on their flag is said to represent this eagle, while the red at the bottom is the field of the coat of arms. As mentioned at the start, Poland has a well-diversified economy that has proven to be a good concept for high growth, as it has been one of the most resilient economies in the European Union, even during tough times. And one of the key reasons to this almost constant growth is Poland's ability to figure out how to grow in various stages of their history. Companies like Google, Samsung, Facebook and Amazon all have established bases in Poland. When looking closer at actual numbers, and more specifically their purchasing power, Poland is ranked 19th in the world with roughly $1.6 trillion. And in GDP growth rate and GDP per capita, they sit around the 60th place in the world. And when looking at how much reserves of foreign exchange and gold Poland sits on, they're at the 21st spot in the world with a value of $166 billion. They have a labor force of about 18 million people, and yet one of the lowest unemployment rates in the world at just 2.6%. And the country has come a long way in the transition from the former Soviet era of industry work into a more service-based economy. And now, about 58% of the people work in the service industry. They export roughly $411 billion worth of goods each year, and import goods worth $380 billion. Being the 20th strongest country in both exports and imports in the world. Their biggest partner in both imports and exports is Germany, which stands for about a fourth in both segments. In 1999, Poland joined NATO, and in 2004 Poland joined the European Union. Now Poland is an important member of both these organizations, much thanks to their geographic location on the edge of NATO's eastern flank, with the estimated numbers coming from NATO showing Poland spending the most defense expenditures out of all NATO members. And Poland even said that they're going to increase this number even further, spending upward of 5% of its total GDP on defense, while Poland has a history of being let down by their allies when they needed them the most, so they're preparing to be alone again. All this history has really turned Poland and its people into true warriors, and that mindset in turn has led to a country that is booming even in hard times. It will be very interesting to follow this country in the future, and I will not be surprised if this will be one of, if not the strongest force in Europe in the future.